Hi everyone, and welcome to our post out. I think it's March. March post out. It's all about our kids and our sweet little bugs. These sweet bugs stamp set is just absolutely beautiful. The paper that came with it is absolutely amazing. And we've had a lot of fun, but last Sunday I was in Sydney for the beautiful Stampin' Up on stage, which is for all demonstrators. We get to see some new products and have a play with them and get to meet some new and old friends. And it was amazing, absolutely amazing. But today we're going to be doing a Kris Kross card and a double emboss. I know it sounds a bit tricky, but it's not really. It's just the naming, I think. So let's go through our kit. We have a bug, so I'll use the bug. You've also got some white cardstock, which is probably about 12 by 7. It's just a scrap to place your bug on, like this. And we're going to use some adhesive tape on the back because we're going to put the adhesive tape on the white because we're going to do like a little bit of a shadow effect also. Lots of little techniques happening, but you've got some extra to play with as well, some adhesive sheet extra to play with, which is always a win-win. Now you'll have some stripes, so you'll watch what I do with these. And we'll have our card. We'll also have some white and matte, white and matte. So like this, sweet strawberry or something strawberry. This one is, I'm sure. I can't quite remember which one I used, but I had a few. So this one will have. You can put your little bugs on this card too, so it'll look gorgeous, or your little, these ones here, your little clear ones. It will just lighten it up a little bit as well. You will need an embossing folder of your choice. Because we're doing a double emboss, I decided to go with one that was stripes, but you can go with whatever you've got at home, okay? It doesn't really matter what embossing folder's on the back, okay? So I'm going with this one, which is really beautiful. It's called Lovely Stripes. So I'm going with that one today. But if you haven't got the Lovely Stripes, you can go with any embossing folder that you've got. There's no right or wrong. The technique today is really showing you how you can do a double emboss with a stripe. So if you have got corrugated iron one or one that's got patterns going across, then that will work for any of them. But if you've just got a plain background, a plain embossing folder, one with floral on it, just use that. You won't need to do it twice, you'll just need to do it the once. But that's okay. It's just showing you some different ideas and different techniques. Now, before I forget, we're into March. April's are ready to pick up for anyone that has got April. And then they're fun folds, the same as May will be fun folds. And we'll also have that special double tickets in that. Hi, Glenda. Hi, Tanya. Special double tickets in that. And that will be for someone to get to win a glass mat studio, or the equivalent to if they've already got one. So that's for a Mother's Day come Easter special. Now, April, May, June. Let's get to June. Yeah, let me get over all the talks first. June is going to be all about change. It's going to be change because for 6 months I've been doing it at a special price, so 12 cards for 45, which is normally 6 cards for 45. And I've been also sharing it live to everyone so that everyone can see what's in the packages and how they come and what you get and your little pin and everything else. But as from June, we'll be going back to doing it in our private Facebook group. So the first 6 cards will be done in one group because some girls just want to do 6 for $45, and that's fine because the price has gone back to normal in June. I hope whoever took up the opportunity for these 12 cards for the last 6 months, you've had a real win-win, believe me. It's been amazing. And then the last 6 cards will be done in another group because they're the ladies that are paying for 12. So they're going back into the private group. So these will only be groups that no one else can get into. They will be only for the people that actually pay for them. Unfortunately, I have to go back that way for the ladies, to be fair to the ladies that are paying good money for their classes. Now, it's open to demonstrators as well as customers. So if you're a demonstrator out there, not necessarily one of my team members, but are in and been watching and would like to join in, that's fine. You're welcome to join in. You just pay and get your kit the same as everyone else. So that's starting in June, and it's all going to be about embossing powders and embossing folders, and it's going to be a really awesome post out. You will need an embossing tool for that, and you will need your embossing powders, your tray, your embossing buddy. You will need to get them. So if there's something you're thinking about doing, and it's the reason why I'm mentioning it right now, is because if you don't have an heat gun, you might want to purchase it, if you're deciding to do that. Because we are going to be sharing lots of different ideas on how to use embossing powders and embossing folders and backgrounds. And thank you. Love the thumbs up. Thank you. Hello, Kay. Good to see you on. So we're doing a Kris Kross card today. And like I said, you can do it as a double emboss or not, depending on your embossing folder. So let's come down to my little work table here and get started on our first card. Like I said, for the last 6 months, everyone's been getting a really good show and tell on how I organise my classes, my post out. So, So our mats are 14 by 10, and the card we're going to work on first is 13 by 9. So we're going to work, the first thing you're going to need is your 13 by 9. So grab that out of your kit, and you'll need your embossing folders. If you have a pattern on your embossing folder, you only need to run it through once. Okay, so if you've got flowers or anything like that, you only need to run it through once. If you have the lovely stripes that I'm using, we're going to run that through twice because we're going to do it on an angle. Okay, so we're going to do it on a bit of an angle. So, and I've cut the cardstock so it sort of goes into, fits in on an angle. Okay, so it sort of fits into all the points on the embossing folder. So when you close it over, you can sort of see that it fits in there really well. Okay, so let me grab, and I've left my grey plate over here. I'll just grab it quickly. And I'm thinking to myself, I've got everything right in front of me, and as soon as I looked down, I realised I didn't have my grey plate. Okay, let's take these ones out for the moment, because we don't need these at the moment. So we want plate 1 and plate 2. Then we want our embossing folder with our cardstock in it. And then we want plate 4. Now, if for any reason when you're winding this through, it won't wind through, there's a reason for that. Does anyone know what that reason is? This is what I like about showing, because we need to remove plate 2. Some people forget about doing that. Okay, so plate number 1 embossing folder with our cardstocking and plate number 4. These are for the 3D embossing folders. Okay, and then it should go through really nice and easy. My embossing folder needs an oil. She goes, oh, you work me so hard, Teresa. It's all right. She's loving it. Okay, let me just put that out of the way because I wanted to share this with you. The thing I love about our post-out class is not only do we get time to actually do beautiful cards, but we also get time to do some learning about our products, and that's an important thing as well. So now I'm going to switch it around and I'm going to come down. Now you will flatten it a little bit, yes. I know you're going to say it's going to flatten a little bit. It is going to flatten a little bit, but the good thing about it is it's going to give you a different sort of like technique. If I hold that up, I don't know if you can see that. But anyhow, let's hope you can. So let's come back with our machine. I feel like I'm doing weights every time I pick that machine up because it's quite heavy for me. Okay, put that in. We've got our number 4. We need our number 4 over the top and wind that through very slowly so we don't squash too much. Okay, I've got a brand new one sitting over there. I haven't got it set up yet because I've had so much going on with going up to Sydney and everything else. I haven't even had a chance to set it up. Just to make it easier for when we do classes at home and I want to include embossing or die cutting that the girls have got to do themselves. Okay, so you can sort of see this is quite unique because you get this beautiful Kris Kross lines going through it. It's very hard to see. I don't know if you'll be able to see it yourself, but it does look magical. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our stripes. We have some stripes here. So you can put these however you want, whichever way you want, depending which way you want your card to go. But I like mine up and down. So I'm going this way. So the first thing we want to do is get our Tombow glue, and we're just going to, and don't jump ahead, give us a minute to explain. Give me a minute to explain. Okay, so we're just going to put a little bit of glue, just on one to start off with. And this one is going to come down. So because this has got the stripes, I can sort of follow that stripe line as well. Okay, so when you're actually adding the glue, you'll see, I'm going to show you, you want it to come right off the edge. See what I mean? Don't jump ahead because look what's going to happen. You're going to have glue on here. So there's someone at my door. Just hang on 1 minute, guys. Sorry about that. I've got 4 hours of video left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So you're busy right now?
Yeah, Paul might be in the kitchen, I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll just read that here. I was just wondering, are you still teaching from here?
Yeah.
Because I know a young lady is interested.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I teach from here on a Saturday.
What time to what time and how much?
Depending on what we're doing.
Okay.
But from...
I just needed to give her I know she just wanted to know those things.
Yeah, I do a morning class and an afternoon class.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Just got someone come in to inquire about classes. So you can sort of see that you don't want to go put the glue right up here. You just want to put a little bit of dot, hold your paper up, and just put a little bit of dot on to your card here. Okay, because that's going to come over the edge. Oh, we want it nice. We don't want any glue on this bit here. Okay, so we just want a little bit there and a little bit there. Then you're going to turn it over and just wipe the glue off the back of that. So we've got a little bit there. Then we're going to come down with another one. So you can leave whatever type of gap you want within this. So I'm going to come in here this time. So I'm going to add a little bit here and a little bit here, down here. So this is going to hang off a little bit, that end, and off a little bit that end. So we're just gluing there and there, there and there, there and there. So it's still hanging off. And then we want our next one. So you can do 3, you can do 4, you can do this on a bigger scale, but we're just doing it on a small scale today. So then I'm going to bring this one here and here. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue here and a little bit of glue here. So just make sure that you've got the point, the corner off. See ya. Addie's just going home. I've had my great-granddaughter have a sleepover. She just knocked on the door to say goodbye. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, so we've got that on there. Just wipe a bit of glue off there. Okay. Now we're going to cut this, so, and you can even it up a little bit better when it's dried. Okay, so just cut it out a little bit, cut the big bits off, and you can come back and trim that up when it's dried nicely on there, which we'll do in a minute. Now when you're doing a wove, you're coming in from the, you can either go over and under and over. So we do want this one to be over the top because we want to add some words on here. So we're going to go over the first one, under the second one, and then over. So once again, work out where you want it. And you might want it, try to work out this piece is one that we cut off. So we're going to use this and we're going to do it over as far as we can to that side. That our point is right up the top here. Okay, so hold that up, add a little bit of glue in here, not too much, just enough to hold it. And then we've got this one that's gonna come down here. We've just got to make sure that the point is also, I've got a new glue, you can't half tell, can you? It just wants to pop out really fast. Don't pull it too tight either because you don't want it to pull the card. So the next one is going to be our long one, and we're going to this time come in underneath and then over and then underneath. Now this is a really lovely way of using up some of those scraps, okay? Doing a nice woven pattern like this, you just got to make sure that it is off the edge. You can have these as small as you want, these squares in here, or as big as you want, however you want to do it, okay? So we're going to come in here, put a little bit of glue, and a little bit of glue down here. My nice new glue is just flowing so beautifully this morning, or this afternoon I should say. Feels like this morning. Now this one's going to be tricky because it's not long enough. Now I'm showing you how to use your scraps. So we want to use the scraps up. So this one's got a cut on the edge because this is what we're doing. So this one's going to go in and under to this one here. So it's going to go over and under like the first one. So just push it to the edge of that one. You're not going to glue that yet. We're just going to add a little bit of glue I'll just add a little bit here. Okay, so over and under. And this one's going to line up to this one here. And this is our third one, so we want to come right up to the top here. And we want to come off over here. Okay, so no, got to make sure that it's sitting right on the edge. Keep going, trees. Okay, so you can make it come over here, or if you like, you can come up to the top here and make it a little bit bigger gap. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to make this one a bit bigger gap because we're using our scraps. So now we're going to come in with this piece and we're going to add a little bit of glue to this bit under here, because this one's going to go over and then this one's going to go under. Oh, just put it over, under. So it's going to hang on to that piece. We're just going to put it onto the piece that's under there already. And you can use your scraps up this way. Okay, and then a little bit down here. Very good. And then when you're happy with it, and like I said, it can be done many different ways. Your how far you have it apart, how far you have it together, can be done all different ways, just depending on how many scraps you got and how you like it. Then just come back up and cut up these ways. And then cut across the top, of course. Okay, so woven's not hard. It's just a matter of working out which way you want it to go. Okay, and then we're going to come back this way. Make sure that they're all got a little bit of sticky on them. Then we're going to grab from our little we're going to have Love You Lots. So we're going to grab the stamp that says Love You Lots on this one. You can use lots of different stamps. I did use a different stamp on the picture one that's in your images, because you have got a whole sheet of images there. That's not the way I'm going to do it anymore. It's going to be an image above each instruction sheet. That's the way everyone voted. And thank you for taking part in the voting. That was awesome. Okay, now we've got basic grey. Now this is where you've got to make sure that you do clean your stamp really well. So we're going to just come in with the love first. And we're going to come in with the love here. On the first one. Then we're going to clean our stamp, and I am going to extra clean it on my chamois first, but then I'm going to also make sure that I have... What do you want? What do you want? What do you want, Addie? Sorry, my granddaughter is having a... Tell me quickly, what's she doing? She okay?
She just wanted to tell you something.
Oh, she can tell me after. See ya. Sorry, love. Okay, so just make sure that you get any little bits of ink out of those areas. And then on this one, we're going to have you. And I'm sort of placing them to the line up of this one here. So...
Don't forget the lock.
And then we're going to do this one here. So make sure you clean it on your chamois. Now this is a fun technique, and you can do this in scrapbooking or card making. Sorry about all the interruptions, girls, but life does happen sometimes on a weekend. Love you lots. Okay, so, and then just come in with your lots here. Okay, so I'm trying to stick with this one with what's in the stamp set that we're using. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of our technique for our, so you can sort of see love you lots down the side there. Now we're going to do the next technique. What we need next is we need whatever bug you have, I've cut out and put into your kit. I think I gave everyone one of these caterpillars with a leaf. It could be a different colour. I'm hoping that it's the right way around for everyone to be able to die cut. And if you haven't got a die cut, if you haven't got the die cut, you can also fussy cut it, which we're going to fussy cut it. If you want, we can fussy cut it. So on this is the adhesive sheet. You'll see you'll have a line where you can pull some of it off like this and stick it down onto your smallest piece of white paper you've got in your kit. So you can sort of see it does that, and that will fit your caterpillar in. So then you can cut it off and you'll have some more. And I think I gave you 2 sheets of this to have a play with, the adhesive sheet, because it is fantastic. Okay, so we want to leave it like that. We don't want to glue this onto here. We want this to go all through at the same time, but we don't want this glued to that. We don't want to take the backing off yet. Okay, we don't want to take it off yet. So if you've got a die cut, you can die cut it, which is in your die cut. I think most of you did buy, if I remember correctly, did buy the kit, like the stamp set, and I'm sure this bug, I'm hoping this bug has got a die cut with it. I'm sure it has. I know it has. Here it is. I know it has because I've used it. So I'm quite sure you've all got one. Okay, so you'll need your die cutting machine, and you'll need it set up for your die. Hopefully you've all got the right way. I'm sure I did check all that, guys. If I haven't, I really apologise, but I'm sure I did. Okay, base. I'm pretty mindful about things like that. I try to make sure that you all have the right thing. Okay, so down with our white cardstock down facing down. The adhesive paper up, then your bug and leaf, then your die. Okay, just make sure he's on properly. Just let me think about this. No, I've done that wrong. I knew I had to think about it. Okay, let me think. Adhesive sheet to the bottom. That's what we want. I'm just thinking. When you make the cards a while back, you've got to think what you did. And then the bug over the top, because the bug is going to have dimensions behind it. But this white piece of paper here is going to be your shadow. Oh, your shadow. Okay, that's telling it. So yeah, you want the gluey bit facing down. Okay, make sure you get it where you want it. Use a use a sticky note or something to hold that if you need to. Do that, and then bring this over. Okay, that moves slightly, move it slightly back. Okay, wind it through. So it's your base plate, your plate number 2, then your plate number 3, then your sticky bit down, so the back of the sticky is down. Then you've got your bug and your sticky bit the same. So this is cardstock, this is the sticky bit underneath. Okay, hope I explained that. Right, because sometimes when like I said, when I make the cards, it's a while back. So what we're going to do with this is grab a sponge dauber, and I know most of you should have a sponge dauber from one of my first classes. We sort of, you would have received one. So if you did receive one, you can just grab a scrap piece of paper and just give it a bit of a wipe on it, on a scrap piece of paper. If it's got colour on it, and a lot of colour on it, and it's a darky colour, you can actually use that colour if you want to, you know, so you can even use that, or you can just wipe it until it comes off your sponge dauber. Turn it over, you can sort of see now that it's off. So I'm going to come in with the basic grey, but you can come in with whatever colour you want. You can come in with whatever you have, smoky slate. You can even, if you haven't got a sponge dauber, you can use your blending brushes, and we're just going to come in around the edge of this. This is your white card, and you've got your sticky bit underneath. Okay, so we're going to just come in with this. Now you can do this a light or dark effect. It depends on yourself. And we're just doing around the edge of it like this, because this is going to come on like a shadow. So it's going to be like a shadow happening there. Okay, let's do this. So grab our one that's got the adhesive on it and just pop the adhesive off. Now the reason I like the adhesive on the shadow when you're doing shadowing, better put the words up the right way, is because it makes it stick completely, and I love that idea when you're doing a shadowing effect, okay? I love the adhesive for that, because that way you get it to stick down really great without any glue popping out through the sides, and you don't really want glue popping out through the sides. Okay, so now we're going to get some dimensions. I'm just going to grab my dimensions out of here. I've got lots of packs in here. Lots of empty ones, or edge ones, I should say. Now, I haven't put up the June one yet on the event page, but that will be going up very shortly. Some things on Facebook you can't put up too early because they don't allow you to, too far in advance. So I'll put it up as soon as I can get it up there. It's the same when you're scheduling things on Facebook. Sometimes you want to schedule for the next month and they won't let you in. Nope, too early. Okay, so this is our bug now. So he's going to be shadowed. He's going to look like he's got a shadow. So you can come through and place it where you want it to have that shadow effect underneath. And it's the way I like the adhesive tape because it really sticks down and it's not messy. It's really, really great. And it gives you that shadow effect around the leaves and around the bug. Can you see that shadow? It's just another little technique that sometimes comes in really handy when you want to do a shadow effect behind a flower or behind an animal or behind a person. It's handy to know that little technique. The rest of the card's pretty simple to put together. You're just going to place this onto your mat. So this is going to come down here. Just make sure that you have got your edges cut nice and straight around the edge, because I do have to line this one up and just do that one a bit and just trim this one off a little bit. Okay, glue this down. And I'm going slow because I know there's people out there that are crafting along with me, so we want to make sure that they can follow. So we've got to keep that in mind too. So it's different when you've been doing it a while for yourself, and when you've got some newbies and that on, they've got to be able to keep up with you. Okay, now when you're doing this one as well, you can do sponging around the edge. If you want to do sponging around the edge, you can do that as well. It's entirely up to you. Where's the rest of my card for this one? Okay, I did have it all here. Here it is. So I've got the inside one. Got it all piled up here. The outside one. So I've got the inside one. So this one's going to go on the inside of the card. That's going to go on the front of the card. You can add more bugs on yours if you want to, but to do the shadow affecting, that's why I gave you a lot more adhesive as well, because if you wanted to add more bugs. Come in. Come in. More people. Hang on. Just push. It's stuck.
Hello.
Hello, I'm just doing a video.
Oh, who's videoing?
I'm doing my class. Kaz is saying, I'll put it up and you can say hello. I've had the beautiful Kaz come in to say hello now. I've just had my brother come in.
I'm just dropping her cardigan off.
Thank you.
I'm going to keep going. Oh, I've got food in the car.
That's all right. Well, thank you for that.
No worries. Keep doing your class.
I am doing our bug class, so you'll have to watch replay. See you, Kaz. Sorry about that, guys. We'll get back down here. Hi, Kaz. The girls say hi. And she's just walked out. Yeah. I left my cardie in the car the other day. And she just dropped it off for me. Okay, I need my card now. So we just need to get our card and score it. Okay, and we're scoring it at 10.5. Very busy day. Line it up. And you can use your bone folder. Where is my bone folder? Right here in front of me. Give it a nice score with your bone folder. Does anyone know why we use the bone folder and not our fingers? I'll give you a couple of reasons why. One, we could have ink on our fingers and we go straight across like that, and what do? We put a nice smudgy ink across it. The second thing is our inks carry oils, so we actually put an oil which makes it look dirty when it's not, and that can be quite not eye-pleasing, put it that way. So using a nice clean bone folder is the best way to fold your cards. It's one thing that I would say everyone needs in their Stampin' Up kit or their craft kit. is a bone folder. Okay, so down. Don't forget anyone that has got the ink colours that are going out, which is not the new ones from this year, but the ones from the year before. If you're liking those colours, don't forget to buy your ink refills, because they will be discontinued in a couple of weeks when the new catalogue comes out in May. Okay, that was very crooked, Teresa. That's still very crooked. That's better. And yeah, so you can sort of see now you've got the bugs as well. These gorgeous little dots and bugs. You would have got a half pack of these, but you can actually have these going up your page as well. They're just so cute. You don't have to have them straight if you don't want to. And we just want one coming over. Oh, I want 5, so I'm going to go up 1. So you can put these little bugs on here as well. I didn't have the bugs in when I actually took a photo of them, so I hadn't put them on. So I was really looking forward to putting the bugs on there. Absolutely gorgeous. You can change it around if you like, but that is our card finish for this one. Hi Robin, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break while I just clear the table and get the next project out. And this one here I did, but I did different words on this one as well. You are loved, you are loved, you are loved. I wrote on this one, you are loved, you are loved. This one I did a very light shade. And this one I did the darker one. So just to show you the difference between a different shadow, very dark shadow and a very light shadow. So thanks for the love hearts. Love yous all. We'll take a quick 5-minute break to get ready for the next class, and we'll be back with card number, are we up to card number 10 next? I can't remember. I think so. I will say it when we come on. Where's my paperwork from this one? Let me have a look. This one was, yeah, card number 9. So the next one's card number 10. I'll see you all back for card number 10 very shortly. Catch you soon. Here's our cards. Aren't they beautiful? Our little bug shadow, Kris Kross.